With the announcement of 4A Games' newest entry to the Metro series, Metro 2039, something unprecedented has happened. Sure, scrapping game concepts, replanning gameplay, or even stories or whole worlds has happened before, but these are financial, structural, maybe even political decisions. But somewhere during the development of Metro 4, probably in February of 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine, 4A completely scrapped the supposedly open-world game and started a redesign. To me, this move has an incredible amount of emotional weight to it. These people who have given us 3 marvelous games, 3 of the best horror survival shooters maybe ever, were bestowed upon the worst fate a people can suffer. And not only did they not give up, not even just went on with their plan, no, they completely changed their game to be something new, reflecting their, I must assume, rage and frustration and sadness. They decided to take the players deeper into the evil bowels of the Metro than ever before, where the worst of humanity smolders in their own bile. The trailer is so much darker than ever before. A lonely survivor plagued by horrendous hallucinations makes his way into Moscow, where he finds the citizens of the Metro united under a new leader, the former Spartan Hunter. Hunter has proclaimed the Society of the Novo Reich, a new and improved version of the Fourth Reich, the Metro's version of the Nazis. Now, from the outside, if you don't know much about Metro, all of this might seem a bit random or not that meaningful, but it is the exact opposite of that. And a big reason for that is Dmitry Gluchovsky, the author of the Metro 2033, 34 and 35 book trilogy and hugely important advisor and creative inspiration for the writers of 4A. Who is this man? Well, he is one of the many enemies of the modern Russian state. I know it's long, but listen to this part of his Wikipedia article. In 2021, Gluchovsky publicly denounced the arrest of Russian opposition activist Alexei Navalny and demanded his release in an online video. In the wake of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Gluchovsky has shown support to Ukraine, including a public statement aired on Arte. On 7th of June 2022, Gluchovsky revealed that he was placed on the Russian Federal Wanted list. He wrote on his Telegram channel that he was accused of discrediting the Russian armed forces due to a post he made on Instagram. After Moscow District Court ordered Gluchovsky's arrest in absentia, he faces up to 10 or 15 years in prison. In October of 2022, Gluchovsky was added to the list of foreign agents by the Russian Justice Ministry. On 7th of August 2023, Gluchovsky was handed another 8-year prison sentence. His vocal support of Ukraine and criticism of the Russian state as a famous author alone isn't, in my humble opinion at least, the only reason for his status as a foreign agent in the ever-watching eyes of the Russian government. His books 2033 to 2035 and also his novel Outpost are basically pathetic in their depiction of the Russian state's handling of foreign affairs. There are, of course, other authors, activists, and many more who have pointed out Russia's strategy, but I know him best and coincidentally adore the books and the games he's involved in, so this is what I can speak on with the limited knowledge that I have. The Metro of his books, at least according to the interpretation of many people, including me, is a symbol for the Russian state. Run by a secret cabal of hidden, ultra-powerful politicians, the Metro is a prison for its people. As real as the dangers of the outside once were, and to a degree still are, the masters of the Metro hide any trace of the very much alive and reconstructing outside world from their prisoners. Radio signals are blocked the same way as social media sites are. Critics are disappeared and the masses kept distraught and distracted by, in the grand scheme of things, petty feuds between rival groups struggling for power, acceptance, or simply life, but always with the ultimate evil and danger of the common enemy in mind, the outside world. Gluchovsky's novel Outpost, not a part of the Metro universe but definitely part of his literary interpretation of modern-day Russia, even gives the answer to how this spreads. In it, the people go crazy, literally crazy, over an audio broadcast that travels from screen to screen and turns people into monsters, much like modern-day media propaganda. The only solution is to turn off the sound of the world of the broadcast. In our world, that means not listening to the bullshit they are spewing. In the book, it means a nail to the eardrum. With Russia's invasion of Ukraine and their depiction of the Ukrainian people as, among other things, modern-day Nazis that only deserve either assimilation or death, Hunter's mantra of "if it's hostile, you kill it" gets a much darker undertone. Hunter is the new leader, Führer, of the Metro. By the universal symbolism, he is in the same position as Putin is in our world. And Hunter is at the helm of a neo-fascistic literal Novo-Reich that asks for a pure nation, offers the guidance of a great leader, and promises clean air and a bright future. Yet, during the trailer, the military personnel only fights, captures, and enslaves humans, children. We not once see them fight the obvious and undoubted dangers of the Metro: mutants, radiation, hunger, and sickness. It is the anonymous protagonist, it is the people of the tunnels fighting the more horrendous than ever Nosalises at the end of the trailer, doing the real work, the dangerous work at the front lines, while the higher-ups spout their message of purification and a bright future and the dark undergrounds against the unbelieving enemies of them all. I don't know who the protagonist is. It could be an amnesic Artyom being pulled back to the Metro. It could be Hunter himself being completely brainwashed by the Dark Ones, seeing himself as the perverse leader of a nation his kill-it mentality has sparked, drowning in guilt, or actually being a puppet of the Dark Ones. The Novo-Reich has a striking resemblance in name to his idea of the Homo Novus, the new human he deemed the Dark Ones to be. Or it is Sukhoi, Artyom's stepdad, or someone else, someone from the outskirts, the borderlands, who only wanted to be left alone, but was unwillingly sucked into the horrors of war. This game is a huge fuck you to the blight that has befallen the nation and people of Ukraine, and I cannot begin to put into words the respect that I have for a team whose daily life of game development includes the need for a goddamn bunker. Scrapping and redoing your whole game is one thing, but doing it in spite of a war, to spite those who started the war, is a move so powerful, all the Spartans in D6 couldn't muster the courage to do it. Thanks for watching.